Water never truly arrives, it is announced. It is ratified in meetings that do not invite the soil. It is legalized without listening to the roots. Then one day, villagers notice a damp line on their walls, thin, like a vein surfacing on the skin of someone already ill. There is no thunder, no apocalypse, only a rise of 1 centimeter. Then another, until history itself is forced to learn how to swim. The small boat is no longer a tool. It becomes an extension of the body. It is rowed not toward the sea, but toward one's own living room. An oil lamp is cupped like a secret, its light deliberately diminished. In those days, brightness could be interpreted as a stance, and a stance could be interpreted as defiance. So they chose dimness. A mother stands at a doorway that is half water. She does not cry. Tears are too expensive for something that cannot be stopped. She only moves the family photographs higher, then higher still, until there is number place higher than memory. On witnessless nights, there are bodies that learn to become water. They're called frogmen, not because they wish to be animals, but because the ground has been pulled from beneath their feet. A bamboo pole becomes a second spine. He floats not to save himself, but to guard a boundary that is about to vanish from the map. He swims along what used to be a road, past what used to be a prayer house, past what used to be graves. The graves were never relocated. Water does not recognize pilgrimage. And the state recognizes numbers. How many hectares? How many households? How much compensation? There is no column for how many interrupted prayers, how many drowned lanioses, how many children who will never know where their mother's umbilical cord was buried. Land is not merely surface, it is an unwritten archive. It stores the first steps of a child, it holds sweat that fell without witness. It keeps vows spoken beneath teak trees. When that land is submerged, what sinks is not only matter. What sinks is continuity. And continuity cannot be replaced with banknotes. Nights in Kedungombo become a silent school. People learn that loss does not always explode. Sometimes it arrives as a pool of water, a pool that is patient, methodical, systematic. The water keeps rising, roofs disappear one by one like sentences erased from a long manuscript called Village. Dead trees stand like punctuation marks that were never closed. Then everything becomes a calm surface.
Calm, like after a great decision has been made without debate. Now people see the reservoir as scenery, as landscape, as tourism potential. They no longer see living rooms beneath their boats. They no longer see kitchens that once breathed smoke at dawn. They no longer hear a child calling for his father from a yard now deep as a chest. But water does not forget. At the bottom of Kedungombo, there are bricks that still remember the hands that placed them. There are floors that still hold the imprint of the last step before departure. There are doors that were never truly closed and resubmerged. And on certain nights when wind brushes the surface of the reservoir, that faint ripple is not merely movement. It is a long breath from something that was never fully buried. Kedungombo is not only a reservoir, it is a lesson in how power operates without shouting, in how human beings can be made small, until even their lamplight must be hidden in an lawsuit that no project report ever reports. No lies. What do the do? They are simply forced to exist beneath the surface.